Welcome to the Gift Podcast.
Okay, hi guys, happy Friday! It's me again. We're back at it again with another podcast. Oh, may podcast tayo this week. Huwag niyo akong wait lang. The camera, makita niyo kasi to. So, if ganun, ay ganito na lang. Ako na lang mag-adjust, charis. Okay, so, hi guys, welcome back to another podcast. Is it focusing on me? I don't know, but kayo na bahala dyan. Yeah, welcome back to... Wait, let me blot my face. Kasi parang pwede na ako mag-open ng gasoline station. Okay, anyway, yun na. So, hi guys, welcome back to another podcast. Happy Friday. I hope you are doing well. And kumusta na ba ang life? Kumusta yung summer? My podcast saya this week. I didn't miss a week. Slay. Okay, so yun na nga. Welcome back to another podcast. I hope you're well. And yeah. Alam nyo, I have thoughts lang. Alam nyo, when I was listening to Sky Podcast, and there's this episode na Slater mentioned na parang, or Slater and Chris mentioned na parang they feel so, like special when people come up to them and people say na parang, I listen to your podcast, because it's like different na level daw eh. And ako din, parang nakarelate ako, like parang, hala, oo, me too, kasi every time na, I like how every time people approach me, yung sinasabi nila is like, they don't say na parang, oh, I see you on TikTok, oh, I watch your YouTube. But you guys say na parang, oh, I listen to your podcast, I really like your podcast. So every time I hear that, parang, what? Like, parang kasi, iba kasi, diba? Where you're listening to my thoughts, parang it's a deeper relationship. So I really appreciate you guys. And like, parang every time people will say na parang, I listen to your podcast, or like, I really love your podcast, I'm like, aw, like, bihira lang ako maka-meet ng someone na parang they will say na, oh, I watched your YouTube, oh, I see you on TikTok, well, I see you on TikTok, I kind of hear that, but like, on YouTube, like, oh, I watch your vlogs, oh, well, yeah, I do also hear that, but like, if I hear someone na parang they say na, I listen to your podcast, I watch your podcast, I love your podcast, it's like, you listen to my thoughts. That's amazing. So yeah, to all the listeners out there, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. May there be a bright future for us. And I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, thank you so much. Ala, hindi na... Iba na sa isip ko yung thank you so much na yan. Anyway, so yeah. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. And I'm also enjoying making the podcast. So that's great. Anyway, so... Welcome back to another podcast, and this podcast is all about, hinahinay lang tayo, okay? It's all about toxic people. So, eto kasi, there's this letter sender. She sent me a message, but the message is a bit personal, so I kind of won't read everything, but like at the very end. By the way, if you want to send me letters, you can send your messages at giftpodcast@gmail.com. The link is down below. I think it has double T, giftpodcast, and then double T @gmail.com. Or is it triple? I don't know. Just check in the description box. So anyway, this person said, I just wanted to say na keep it up and never change. Never let people to let you down. Good luck for your journey, and I'll be here to support you until forever. Aw, thank you. And then she asked if like, ate, ask ko lang po if pwede ka bang gumawa ng podcast on how to deal with toxic people, either friends or your own family. Thank you po. Keep inspiring others by your talent. Okay, so this topic I have been probably avoiding for like a couple of months because I don't want to be like, whatever, ganito, ganyan. My number one rule talaga in life is to choose the people that I will be surrounded with. There has been a lot, especially recently. I'm gonna choose my words carefully. Especially recently, there has been a lot of obstacles or like ups and downs when it comes to choosing people. Kasi there are times that you really can't choose the people that you are gonna be with. I would say, basta ako talaga, my number one rule in life is to be with the people that are like parang, that are good for you, you know? Choose the people that you will be with. Choose your friends. Unfortunately, you cannot choose your family. So, if may toxic talaga sa family, just avoid. Yun talaga yung ginagawa ko. Thankfully, wala namang ganun ka-toxic sa family namin. But if there is, or if there are people na parang medyo toxic talaga yung pag-iisip. Or like, medyo, alam mo kasi may ibang family tayo na, or like, at least from what I heard from other families, may ibang family talaga, family members talaga tayo, or relatives, na parang, grabe maka-judge. Alam mo yun? Like parang, uy, tumaba ka. Uy, ang payat mo, hindi ka ba kumakain? Parang, anong gusto mo? Parang ganon. So, and then, may iba din na parang super maritas sa buhay. May mga ganon tayo na mga relatives. So, minsan hindi talaga natin ma-avoid. But I would suggest just to like step back and like avoid those people. So, maybe go on a new environment. Thankfully talaga sa amin, wala talaga nearby. It's a way of like peaceful living, you know? That's one thing that I would say. If parang there's this toxic relative of yours, I would say avoid, but like I really don't know why, kasi if ever that person or like that relative is like within the house, I don't know. I also don't know what I would do probably. Like I don't know. So I just hope na you'll have the great courage or like parang to talk it out maybe, or like you have the strong mental health to deal with that kind of people every single day. Kasi mahirap talagang mag-deal ng toxic people, like super. So yeah, di ko ma-imagine like amount of iyak if ever may ganun. So kasi I've experienced some stuff, but like not really, like they're not within the house, so parang ganun. So yeah. Well, when it comes to friends, I am very careful when it comes to picking friends. I love my friends now. They are the people that really parang fill my heart. Fill my heart kasi single. Kasi single. Anyway, so yun na nga. My friends are one of the best people that I have. They're really good. They're down to earth. They're humble, and I like them. There has been times na parang God really like, or the universe, or the Lord really put me into a place that parang there are people na I kind of don't want to be with. So, nakakatakot mag-talk. Anyway, so yun na nga. If ever I were placed in an environment na parang there are a lot of toxic people, I would say na parang I'll just avoid. Sometimes, in going through life, kailangan mo maging plastic, especially if you have, kasi, for example, my mom told me this, na parang, even sa workplace, there are people that you just have to deal with, you know? Like, my mom said na parang, you know, when you go to the real world, you go out in the real world, you will meet a lot of people that you don't like. So, you will work with a lot of people that you don't like to work with, which is true. So, parang if ever I were put in that place na parang I am forced to deal with these toxic people, sometimes kailangan mo na talaga maging plastic and like just try to like get through it. So yeah, you just have to get through it. But you know, I would suggest for your own peace of mind, parang step back and like get out, you know. Well, I'm talking about friends, okay? Not about the workplace, like stuff. Kasi minsan you really need a job, diba? So you don't have the choice. You have to be there, you know? But like if it's among friends, or like if you meet this person and then they're a bit toxic, I would suggest step back. Like they're not good for your, you know, mental health, or like your well-being. Parang if you think that they're not good for your well-being, then just don't. Like why will you force yourself to be with them? Like parang ganon. So like that's why I really choose friends na parang they are humble, they are kind, they're good people. Kasi being with like, you know, there's this quote na parang like, I don't know, I forgot the like exact words, but like it means na parang your friends define you. So I do believe in that quote. So tell me who your friends, and then I'll tell you who you are. Parang ganon. So that's one thing that my mom says all the time. Your friends define you. So yeah. If I were to be put in an environment again na parang there are a lot of toxic people, I would just step back probably, and like, you know, it will be hard actually dealing with those kinds of people kasi super toxic. Alam mo talaga, minsan nasashock ako sa like the way they like think na parang, bro, ganun yung pag-iisip mo? Like parang ang toxic. 'Di ba? Like, I'm like, what? Anyway, sometimes na ganun. And like, nakushock talaga ako. So like, I would suggest talaga to also to like not ruin yourself. Kasi you know what? People around you will influence your behavior. So knowing that people around you will influence your behavior, I would say just step back. And like, baka ikaw din maging toxic ka. So, step back na lang, okay? So, that's what I always do. Like, parang, and if I am forced to be with those people, I'm just, okay, let's just get through this day. And then, I'm gonna go back to my friends. Like, parang ganun siya. Like, let's just get through this moment, like, with these people. I have no choice. But like, at the end of the day, like, parang, it's so tiring. It's so exhausting to deal with those people. Pero, wala tayong magagawa actually because that's life. Not all the time you will be with the people that you like to be with. Not all the time the universe will put you in a place na parang there are good people. You have to you have to get through life with all those obstacles. So like, yeah, you have to deal, especially out in the real world talaga. Like, there are lots, maybe you'll meet like a boss, like parang a toxic boss. You never know what life's gonna give you, diba? So in life, we are all bound to meet people na are not really, not toxic people, but like people that, hindi naman kasi lahat talaga ng tao match sa atin eh. Not all people have the same work ethics as you. Not all people have the same principles as you. So, iba-iba talaga tayo na pag-iisip. Minsan lang talaga, may tao din talaga na parang super not the vibes yung pag-iisip nila. The mindset is way, way like different from yours, okay? So, I'm not saying that these are bad people. It's just that minsan din, parang naisip mo na, kasi minsan if I like meet people na are not really that kind or like parang ganito ganyan, what I think is parang, paano kaya to siya lumaki? Like parang, naisip ko yan, paano kaya to siya sa bahay nila? Like parang ganun, if like toxic yung tao, parang mapapasabi ako na parang, or mapapatanong ako na parang, ano kaya yung pag ano niya? Like, what happened to her? Or like, what happened to him? Bakit ganito yung attitude niya? So, ganun lang. I try my best to like avoid those people talaga. And if, yun na nga, if the universe will put you in a place that parang you don't have a choice, you have to deal with them, deal with it, but still be kind, Like, still, like, try your very best to keep your kind self intact. Kasi if you are surrounded with toxic people, chances are ikaw din eh. Ikaw din magiging toxic. So, try your best to keep yourself intact, okay? And just go through it. Pero, if wala ka talagang choice. Pero if you have a choice, step back, uy. Avoid. Let go of those people, bro. Like, you will not gain anything from them. You will just gain bad stuff from them, okay? So, and it's so tiring. It's so tiring sa utak to deal with toxic people every single day. Like, super talaga. It's so exhausting. So, if you have the choice, if you have the chance, step back. Like, don't be with those people. If you have if ever these are your friends, and then you find them toxic na, like, for the peace of your mind, just bye-bye. Like, I would suggest, for your peace of mind and like for your inner peace, I would say bye-bye. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I would suggest. But it's easier said than done, actually. It's very, very, very easier said than done. Like, very much. Kasi I've been there. So, yeah. But, just take in mind that that's what I said. So, yeah. That's just that. Sometimes in life, again, we are bound to meet people na are not really within our standards. And, like, hindi talaga natin bet. But, like, that's life. So you have to deal with it. There are a lot more in the future. That's what my mom said. Every time nagrarant ako sa kanya, sinasabi niya talaga na parang, alam mo, pag magtatrabaho ka na, sabi niya talaga na parang, you'll meet a lot more people na parang they're more toxic than that. So parang, yeah. So, I think it's how you handle things. So, I just hope that everyone will handle it well. There will be toxic people out there. So, just, keep yourself not toxic. Like, ikaw din, make sure that you're not toxic din, okay? So, yeah. Well, there are times na parang, the mean side of us will come out. But like, you know, there will always be that bad side of us. But like, keep it to yourself, you know? Like, keep it to yourself. Like, if you want to judge someone, keep it to yourself. That's why, minsan, nakaka-judge din ako ng tao. But like, you know, try your best to like, keep it to yourself lang talaga. Like, keep all the toxic mind. There's always a toxic part of us. Keep that toxic mindset or like, keep that toxic whatever inside your mind lang. Like, but anyway, yun na. So, life will always give you toxic people. So, just be ready to like deal with them. And yeah. And I also hope and pray na along the journey, hindi ka din magiging toxic, okay? So yeah, that's it for today's podcast. I'm gonna see you guys next week here on Spotify at Gift Podcast every Friday. Bye-bye! Annyeong!